This is a story of triumph, glory, traveling, illustrating, writing, and cats. It's a story that has seemed almost picturesque, but how could it not be? This is an author study of an illustrator, and his life is pictures, and sometimes words. This is the behind the picture look into the life and illustrations of Ed Young. Chapter 1: The Biography of Ed Young. Ed Young is an author, an illustrator, an artist, a father, and a cat owner. He was born in Tientsin, China, moving during his childhood to Shanghai, then to Hong Kong, and finally to the U.S., where he attended the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. After graduating with a degree in architecture, Ed Young began working in advertising as a commercial artist, but he soon began looking for something that was more expansive, more expressive, and timeless, which he found all that and more in children's literature. He began his career in children's literature in the 1960s, and over the course of his career, he has helped to create over 80 books and has written and illustrated over 17 others. Chapter 2: The Motivation. How he gets it done. The books he has helped create are for children of all ages, and his hope has been to capture his readers and expand their awareness with each and every book. His stories are a variety that range from folktale to fiction to non-fiction books. However, his methods have never changed. He has always believed in establishing a strong foundation of credibility to create new and exciting images. Research has always been a key, and the subject and style of each story he has worked on provides him with the initial inspiration for his art, with a motivation for design, sequence, and pace. His initial inspiration for working in children's literature is Chinese art, which uses a marriage of pictures and words together to speak to the viewer, much like that of children's literature. Chapter 3: His Style. Now, he not only has helped create a variety of books, he has also used a variety of mediums to help create his illustrations. You can see examples of this in such books as Bitter Bananas and Tsunami, which he uses the technique of collage to help bring the stories to life. In Tsunami, you get the impression throughout the book that the tsunami is one big tidal wave and the town is so fragile that it could almost be blown away by the breeze. In Bitter Bananas, Ed Young uses the collage technique along with illustrations to help create a world that seems to fit with the story being told. He also uses very dark colors for the background to make the other colors pop out at the reader. But what catches you as a reader when you read the book is that the story seems outside of his own culture, but he still has seemed to create illustrations with an insider's point of view. Chapter 4: Lone Popo. His most popular book to date has been Lone Popo, which was awarded the Caldecott Medal. In it, Ed Young uses pastel illustrations that are both abstract and complex, using a mixture of color and shadows to bring to life a Little Red Riding Hood tale from China. The story follows 3 girls that are left home after their mother sets off to see their grandmother. However, they are tricked by a clever wolf that claims to be their grandmother. The story is different, however, because the 3 girls rely only on their intelligence to outsmart the wolf themselves. As teachers, we can use this as a great example to show our students that certain stories are universal, and the students may also be empowered to rely on their peers as well as their own problem-solving skills throughout their everyday lives. Chapter 5: The Family. At the center of Ed Young's life is his family, and it is extremely apparent their effect on his work when you read his most personal book to date, titled My Mei Mei, which is a story that was based off the adoption of his 2 girls. The illustrations are done in pastel, and they reflect the growth of a family not just physically, but emotionally as well. He has always wanted to write a story like this after his first daughter was adopted, but it wasn't until his second daughter was adopted that this story fell into place for him. Family, in fact, has always been a topic that Ed Young has clung to, and you can see it in his other books such as The Emperor and the Kite, Iduku, Tale of the Basket, and The First Song Ever Sung. Each with their own unique story and illustrations created by Ed Young, they paint the picture of the importance of family to him. In conclusion, Ed Young is many things: an author, an illustrator, a parent, and a cat owner. He never got into children's literature for the money. He got in it to leave a lasting impression on society with his work. He is a man who prides himself on the art he creates using a foundation of credibility that is built upon research. He has contributed to over 80 books and written and illustrated over 17 others. He is someone who deserves to be included in the classroom, and if all else, in your personal library because of the variety and the quality of the work that he puts out.